Haskins
Really?
as my quarterback.
I don't know how I feel about Dwayne Haskins. He's more of a pocket passer. I feel
He's not fast. But hey, okay, go ahead.
Number 2, I would have picked Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I would have gone with Kyler Murray. Number 4, Drew Lock out of Missouri.
Really?
He's a nasty pocket passer. Big guy. He has a lot of charisma as a quarterback. He has good team leading qualities. Huh? Drew Lock, yeah.
Drew Cock.
Here we go. So that's 5. And I think 6 I would go with Devin White. And 7, Josh Allen.
What about Nick Bosa?
Here's the thing about Nick Bosa. Yes, you're Joey Bosa's little brother.
He's better than his brother.
He's not better than his brother. We don't know. We don't know yet. He's not in the league.
In college he was.
Yeah. Okay, but, I mean, Nick Chubb beat Todd Gurley's records, but Todd Gurley's a way better running back.
Nick Chubb was a force to be reckoned with in college.
Yeah.
In college, I don't know if Gurley or Chubb was better.
Chubb was better in college, but Gurley's way better in pros.
He's a rookie. Gurley didn't do anything his rookie year.
No, but the Rams weren't what they were.
I know. And Chubb's playing for the Browns.
The Browns are up and coming.
The Browns are. I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying, but the Browns are up and coming.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying.
They might be in the playoffs this year.
They will be.
I'm calling it. They probably will be.
I think they're going to beat out the Patriots.
I think with my quarterback picks, really, Drew Lock, Kyler Murray, and Dwayne Haskins are interchangeable, like, first pick. And then right off the bat, you got to pick up Quinnen Williams.
Think so?
Yeah, you got to pick up Quinnen Williams.
Bosa?
Over Nick Bosa, yeah. And because here's why. I think teams saw what happened with the pass rush this season, and they're getting very, very scared of having a good pass rusher that could potentially get you penalty after penalty. They want an interior guy that can stop the run so easily in the middle, like Quinnen Williams can.
Where do you think you're going?
Next, Nico's going to the restroom, I think.
You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Seth, did you hear that? I'm going to wreck you, dude.
You didn't wreck me, huh?
Yeah. Actually, all right, no, but I think for the quarterbacks interchangeable, it's those 3. You're going to have Quinnen Williams in the inside because I think most teams are a little anxious going in about getting a good pass rusher first. And don't get me wrong, every team wants a good pass rush, but I'm just saying the focus is on the interior this going into next year.
I don't think so.
Okay. Back it up then. If you're gonna make a claim on my show.
There's only 2 interior linemen? 2, 3?
Or 1.
1.
Yeah.
So that's not a big priority.
Why not?
You get a decent guy that can step
Listen,
up
the
middle.
interior is a big priority if you're talking defense.
Yeah, but
you have to have a good box in the NFL.
Yeah, you get a guy that can stuff up in the middle and do his job.
That's Quinnen Williams.
Okay, he'll do his job, but you don't need some big name Saquon Barkley up in there.
Saquon Barkley not playing interior D-line.
Oh my gosh. Does he think I don't know that?
You just, I don't know. It doesn't sound like you do. All right? Seth, what are your top 5 picks?
He doesn't know.
I don't want to have to fire you again, but I will.
This isn't in order, by the way.
This is not in order?
Mm-mm.
No, make it in order. Who's going first?
Mine wasn't in order.
It wasn't?
No,
Mine was.
Let's just say people. So.
No, you said Kyler's going first. He was in order.
Kyler's going first. But
And then you use words like then. Kyler, then this, then blank.
Hey, intelligence has no correlation towards success, okay?
We'll talk about that.
You can't be stupid and successful at the same time.
You cannot be stupid, but just because you don't know or don't know stuff about football doesn't mean
You can't not know anything about football and make it in the sports field.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Sure you
Have you
can.
not seen the movie Moneyball?
Sure you can.
About the Oakland A's?
Or the owner. You can.
That person knew so much about football.
The GM did, but the person who helped him didn't.
Yeah, but the GM was running the show at the end of the day.
Because he was listening to the dude that was telling him all the statistics and all the money.
And if he didn't know anything about football, he wouldn't have listened to him.
Or baseball.
Listen,
baseball,
all I'm
yeah.
saying is
He took a leap of faith.
All I'm saying is
Some dude that was using math.
all I'm saying
instead
is
of
my
his sports
18
knowledge.
my
Okay.
47 in engineering does not define me. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
It does this
Hey.
semester.
It does not
My
define.
60.
It defines my engineering.
When you
grade.
submit your ETAM, listen, A&M is gonna see this. Seth Williams, for some reason, has a 44 in engineering because you don't do your homework.
Yes.
And then they're gonna see Alex King, 83,
What'd you get on your lab report?
highest grade in A&M right now.
65.
What the frick?
Let's go,
What'd you get?
58.
dude. Everyone,
So is Travis the one?
yeah. So Travis is literally
Travis, if
giving
you're listening to this,
everybody.
Step it up, buddy.
Yeah, Travis, if you listen to the Throne Room,
Dude.
you're giving everybody in the program problems except for my group. Literally.
How the hell did you get an 85?
Huh?
How the hell did you get an 85?
I got an 82.
Oh.
Can I
that
see
sucks.
yours as like
Mhm.
a
Yeah,
reference?
Yeah, you can see ours. So I wrote half of it. Jesse wrote the other half. Blake and Marshall did absolutely nothing. Well, actually, Marshall helped.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
awesome.
think Blake did anything, bro.
Blake didn't do anything. Yeah, Blake just argued with me about acceleration, and I was like, "You're an idiot."
I say the same thing about you.
Mhm. You said the same thing about me.
I do say the same thing about you.
Yeah, you're dumb then.
Ooh.
Anyway, back to my. What were you saying, Seth? What's your top 5?
Intelligence.
You still haven't named your top 5.
I tried to get out of it. All right.
I tried to
Number 1.
Here we go.
It's probably gonna be Kyler Murray. That's pretty
Okay.
obvious. Sadly, I think he's gonna be trash in the NFL, but
I agree.
more power to him. Second, Ed Oliver.
I forgot Ed Oliver too. We both forgot Ed Oliver on Nico.
Because I think Bosa.
He didn't really have an outstanding year, to be honest with you.
He
He didn't play.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Didn't really have an outstanding year.
Yeah. People like good DNs. Good
Yeah.
defensive linemen. Number 3. Probably Drew Lock. Number 4.
Have a little more energy, dude. You're like
Number
you're
Number 4.
Number 4.
Who was one of the top running backs this year? There was nobody that
Nobody
stood
really
out.
stood out. I mean, Damian Harris was okay. Trevion Williams was
Damian
okay.
Harris, I think, is the number 1 running back.
Benny Snell.
But he didn't
okay.
perform too well.
None of
Yeah,
them
he
are
did.
going to be
He
top
was
5.
he was second in the SEC for rushing yards.
Yeah, you know who first was?
Yeah, Trevion Williams. So, yeah, running back. I mean, I guess if you're looking for a running back, probably Damian Harris from Alabama, just because of that's like running back university is Alabama. But Trevion Williams had a better
Alabama University.
Huh?
I thought it was Alabama University.
No, but you know how like colleges have like
Say that
position.
again?
Huh?
What's running back university?
If you're talking about like running back you're gonna hate this. Running back university over the last
It's
couple of years.
Georgia.
It's okay, yeah. That's a good point. It's either Georgia or Alabama.
It's not
Interchangeable.
Alabama.
Interchangeable.
Name an Alabama, except for one, an Alabama running back that has been successful in the NFL.
Mark Ingram.
I said beside one. Other than that,
In the last couple of years.
in the last 10 years, other than Mark Ingram.
Yeah, there's been no actually successful.
T.J. Yeldon, no. Trent Richardson,
TJ
no.
Yeldon's been good. TJ Yeldon he's been a very hard threat to cover.
A backup to Leonard Fournette.
He still plays, sweetheart.
Because Leonard
He's a
Fournette
slot.
got hurt.
He's not just a running back.
Yes,
He's a
he
different
is.
kind of threat. No, he's not. He's a flex
I
player.
had him on my fantasy football team. I know what he did.
I had him on my reserves. He got me like 9-8 points a game. And he's the backup, but he's still in as a slot receiver.
Because Fournette was hurt a lot last year.
He's
But
a
he
flex.
wasn't good.
He's
he
a
wasn't
flex.
solid.
No, he wasn't solid, but neither are the Jaguars. Anyway, the point
Okay,
is
so who are the good, really successful Georgia running backs?
Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb,
Sony Michelle.
Yeah, that's about it. However, yeah, probably Georgia's running back university, but a close second is Alabama. You make a good point. Georgia's running back university by a close margin. Alabama's right there.
I think you think Alabama because Alabama's
Such a
whole
powerhouse.
team is better. Their quarterbacks are better. Their O line's better. So therefore, their running backs look like they're better. But really, when it gets to the real competition, then maybe Georgia actually out.
Okay, Georgia has a great offensive line too.
Yeah,
you're acting like Alabama is the only team with a good offensive line.
Yeah, that's true.
They've won the SEC East like every other year.
Yeah,
It's been Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Florida, Georgia.
Yeah, but Alabama just disrespects teams.
Yeah, because they pound in the run game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they just really SEC West teams and Georgia, with the exception, power run. This year is the exception though, because they had Tua who could sling it, and we saw he has his limitations against Clemson in the national championship. But we're getting off track. You didn't finish your freaking list.
So I'm at number 4.
Yeah. Well, you didn't even name a number 4, I guess you can either go. I don't think a running back's going first, top 5 this season. No one really stood out. If it was,
I think it'd be Benny Snell.
it'd either be Benny Snell or Travion Williams or Damian Harris. Those 3.
I think people would take Benny Snell over Travion Williams.
Why?
Just the way Benny Snell runs versus Travion Williams. Travion Williams is, I guess you kind of say, more of a college running back. I feel like he's not big enough and powerful enough. Because he's fast, but, I mean, usually just fast people aren't that. That's like Tyreek Hill, but he's a slot.
Yeah,
so
I think if we're trying to fit the mold of Saquon Barkley, that's Benny Snell's
Benny
more
Snell, exactly.
fits the, because he caught a lot of passes out of the backfield this season. Travion really didn't do that a lot, mostly because Kellen Mond wasn't an outstanding quarterback and didn't check down that much. But yeah. What's your 5?
Golly, just let him off the hook.
So I'm at 4.
Just say Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa.
All right.
Nick Bosa.
All right, everyone.
Who's 5?
Clap it up, Sir Seth. He got a nosebleed trying to name 5 players.
Who's 5?
I thought you already said 4.
No, 4 was Nick Bosa. No?
You said Benny Snell.
You said Benny Snell.
Oh, for 4? Oh. No, I feel like Nick Bosa is going to go Benny Snell.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think a running back.
Then Devin White. There you go. Woohoo! You got your 5.
Devin White. Devin
Don't
White's
see
a
that.
freaking
Who's
major.
the rush in for
We didn't even name a receiver in this list. Because I don't think receivers aren't big stock players. What's the receiver that's been taken in the top 10 like ever?
Odell Beckham, maybe. I don't know.
No, not the top 10. Maybe top 10. I
I
don't know.
think he was top 15.
I don't know how. I mean, receivers are a huge part of the game.
Yeah, but they're expendable every year.
Yeah.
Because you got 4 of them every year. I mean,
Not expendable, but
they are very expendable. They're cheap compared to quarterbacks and running backs. It's also important to note in this year's combine, 90 players out of the SEC alone were invited, and I think the next was like the Big Ten or the ACC had like 60. So again, the SEC is dominating the NFL combine again.
How
Just
many
a good-
people get invited to the combine?
Probably like 200. Maybe like 150, 200.
So your math is off.
There's more than 2 conferences.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't test me right now. You don't want to test me right now. Okay? Is there anything else sports related you want to talk about before we get into the
My boy
BS?
Ty Madden got pitcher of the week for UT. Dude, I'd still, like, all my friends are freaking blowing up. Colton, the one place for Sam, he's hitting home runs out of nowhere. Stuff
Dang.
insane, man.
What happened to you?
I don't know, dude.
Getting a
Great
40 in
question.
class?
I think, granted, most of these kids are like 6'3".
They're 6 years old?
6'3". Except for the kid that plays for.
I mean, you don't have to be
Tech.
tall to play baseball.
No. Well, I mean, one of them's the one I'm talking about is a pitcher and an outfielder, and the one that plays shortstop for Tech, he's pretty smart.